Just having another look at the Dow here. We've done wave 3, 4, and now 5. And what we're looking at doing is a ABC. Okay, so at the moment I'm thinking this is a pretty big, what would you call it, blow off top or come capitulation low. So that's more likely our A. So what we should do now is head up to B. And B, when I put a fib projection on it, was coming out at around the 10,800, 10,850. Okay, so it's where I'd be sort of thinking probably could go to first, and that would be the back up to the 50-day moving average here. For you who've been following this video, I also do a blog, and somebody sent me an email. I did quickly read it, but then I think my secretary deleted it. What we've done is we've basically topped out here at the standard error channel up here at the top. We've done an Adam and an Eve top here. It's being Adam, slightly rounded Eve, and then capitulated down to here through the 200-day moving averages, exponential and simple. What I was saying to a friend of mine on this candle here, I was expecting that to be basically the first warning shot across the bow. When they give you a warning shot, they usually give you 3. And once we got the third one, there we went. Bang, bang, bang. The funny thing to note is the daily chart. So are the indicators. They are looking a bit oversold to me on the daily chart. And when we have a look here, and our Bollinger Band is right up here, usually what I use as a rule of thumb, a stock can only trade outside the Bollingers for 3 days maximum before it comes back into it, and that can either be on an up or a down. And it's just a roughie that I use, but it got horribly oversold here, as we can see, and still oversold at the moment. These two candles are also 2 stars in the south, so I'd expect another candle in here, which this is a mildly bullish pattern if it's to play out, and we'd get a third one in within this body here somewhere, and that would make a bottom, and off should go to do our B. Okay, also on the B, the 161 is up at 1150, 11,450. So that's another place B could possibly go to, but at this point I don't think it would break through the top at wave 5 for a B, and then we'd get a C coming down. I'll just show you the daily indicators. It's the MACD, it's definitely sold off. The Scholastics, the 5, 3 and 3 that I use, it's just got a slight turn up. And also our DEMA filter is still pointing down. It has more it can possibly go down. No short entries have been triggered at this point, but what they usually do is when they get to 50s, DEMAs can usually turn around that area as it's done in the past. So something else that I just keep an eye on at the moment. Basically just need to look at weekly chart. What we have here is our 50% fib, and this is from the October high down to the March low, and we also have a quadrant line there, and quadrants are pretty good support and resistant lines, so you'd be expecting this to hold here at this point. Our inverted head and shoulders target was met. On the daily chart we're only about 6 points short, okay, but we've just touched it here. Okay, and the 200-day average, moving day average, simple, has acted as the roof here, with the trade all the way back down to the 50-day moving average, and trade pretty close back up to the 30-day. Now, this is the first time it's really been through the 30 days, so it is a bit of a concern, okay, and first time it's been down to the 50 in all this amount of time along here. Things I'd be looking for are our buys and sells. We had another sell trigger here, okay, and these things have been very good. These buys and sells have been very good on the monthly, and the weekly chart have been exceptionally good. as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, so let's just have a look at indicators on the weekly. Might as well go backwards. We'll start with this is a short exit that was triggered, okay, 2 weeks ago. If we're going to get a divergence anywhere, it might be along this line here, where we could get a bounce off this here, okay. This is what I'd be expecting also. Along the DEMA, you can get a nice little divergence and a kick up there. But your SCOTH is still looking pretty toppy, and MACD has turned into a sell. Okay, so if we're going to get sideways and probably do this sort of a thing again, or we just get a drift off and a kick back up midway, is something to see what happens in the future, I suppose. But that's showing you the full MACD there as well. Okay, I'll just go to the monthly and see what we can pick up here. Basically, we've had another sell trigger there. This did trade all the way up to that Gann grid there. That's a perfect little candle top too, actually, on the monthly chart. Things to be aware of here: these moving averages are still crossing up and they're still going up. So whether they're going to go up or the 7's just going to flatten out here as it goes along the top, in this case, which is the 50-day, and go sideways and try and get through the Gann grid around about middle line here, is something else we need to be seeing. Bearing in mind the top half of the Gann grid is always the bullish half, so something to keep an eye on there. 200-day moving averages is moving up again as well, and these two blue lines is basically what I'd put in for support, and it seems to have done so in the past quite a bit. Okay, so monthly indicators, just having a look here. As we've been talking about these videos in the past, we were looking at this being the ceiling for the monthly MACD. It's starting now to roll over. Okay, we've had a short exits, and even an exit on the ultimate oscillator. Okay, that's where they all were, and a slight turn down in the DEMA. Whether the DEMA turns down to the 50 here and runs along, we still yet need to happen. Okay, see what happens. Our SCOTH on the monthly is also pretty much overdone. Whether it does this sort of thing again, we'll have to find out. But just going back, if we were, this is now into wave 5, and this is an A, up for a B, and then possibly back down to some support level for a C. The thing in the immediate line there is probably this fib to be retested, yet we don't know. It might only be a small comeback to somewhere in here. The moving averages could define that, and then off again for a 1. But that's basically what I'm thinking. I've been out of the market for about a week or two. As I said on the blog, it was sort of looking a little bit toppy, and we'd sort of basically milked it as much as we could. Yeah, so that's it from me. Bye.